We back. This time with a mini Genshin Impact stream. I don't know how long this is going to be, but from what I've experienced, this is a very short event. Which makes sense, because 4.5 has been a little lackluster. But I bet the reason is because they were cooking with 4.6. Plus, we're not getting a Dane Archon quest in 4.6. Which I have a feeling we might get a We Will Meet Again type quest. Archon quest near the end of 4.0. Or, yeah, near the end of Fontaine. Probably around 4.7 or 4.8. We'll get a Dane Archon quest that leads into 5.0, which is Netlin. Anyway, let's start this. I did not realize I forgot this cat event was happening, so when I logged on randomly just to check on things, Paimon started talking about we've seen so many animals, but none are playful, so let's go play with some cats. And that's what we're doing. This is the event I'm talking about. It's very short because you don't have to do much. Also, I did manage to pull Kazuha, which is now my first Animo 5-star. The thing is, so I don't think people realize, but the sword I have on him is his signature sword now. Like, we haven't seen him in a cutscene in a very long time, so of course people are going to assume that's not true. But if you play his story quest, he literally leaves, and at the end of it, he says, "I'm taking this sword with me," and having it experience stuff. So this is technically his signature sword now. Plus, it goes along with his color scheme very well. Of course, he uses the fillet blade when he's not using this one. And some people, of course, pair him with the sacrificial blade and... what's the other blade? The sword... like this sword. Even though that's not his sword at all. It doesn't fit him. It looks like a sword version of... what's her name? Eula's, Claymore. But yeah. I could go for him right now. I could go for Nervalette right now. But I'm gonna save. After seeing 4.6, I'm going to save. So I can try to get the knave. Because she has a sight. She has a goddamn sight.
Should I choose? Oh, looks like Margaret is talking with those two people over there. Wait, is that Rosaria? Huh. She's standing next to an adventurer Paimon doesn't recognize.
Also, Rosaria is part of this quest. It's always nice to see her. Think she's also here to play with some cats? Think she's also here to play with some cards?
Say no more, Valerina. I'll continue to help you out, just as Victoria requested. Look after the cats, check up on their health, give them a bath. These are all things well within my capabilities.
That doesn't solve our biggest problem, though, Miss Rosaria. The cats have been so anxious. If we can't get them to trust us, they're sure to get sick from all the anxiety. We just opened, and the Furball Fortress is already about to go under.
Well, panicking certainly isn't going to solve the problem. The fact is, neither of us has a way with cats. That's not something I can change.
Hi, Rosaria! And hello to you too, Miss Adventurer! Sounds like you're all really worried about something.
Our cat saviors! They've appeared already!
Saviors? Seems a bit sudden considering we just met.
Also, I swear her voice has been... The voice actress has been used so many times for other NPCs. Sounds like a title we'll have to live up to. I smell a commission coming.
I'll try to keep it short. My name's Valerina, and I really like small animals. Recently, I've been trying to set up a shelter for stray cats. I call it the Furball Fortress. I thought it would be a good way to rescue those poor animals that have nowhere to go. Plus, getting them off the streets will improve the overall environment and look of the city. It's a win-win. The sisters over at the church heard about my plans and sent over the kindly Miss Rosaria to help.
I wouldn't exactly describe myself as kindly. I just accepted the assignment from Victoria. After all, I was the only one with any knowledge of medicine, or the spare time to help.
Well, it seems like you've got quite the plan, Valerina. Thanks for bringing us up to speed. So, what had you so worried just now? Are you short on Mora? Are you missing something you need?
No, I've got more than enough Mora. The funds, the location, the supplies, all the various procedures. They've all been settled. The main problem is, the cats. They, keep swatting at me. They're always hissing and swatting. They won't let me approach them, not even with treats.
The cats are afraid of me as well. They run away the minute I'm in the vicinity.
Oh, Paimon has heard something like this before. There's something about certain people that just makes cats afraid. Huh. A kind-hearted cat rescuer who doesn't get along with cats. Seems like just visiting the cat's tail would be enough to leave you flustered, let alone running your own cat shelter.
That's why we consulted an expert. But Miss Margaret wasn't able to offer a solution to our problem. She's short on workers, so she couldn't spare anyone to help us either. She did give us one piece of advice, though. To enlist the help of the Honorary Knight and their trusty helper in white.
They couldn't ask Diona?
We had just wrapped up our conversation, and the next thing we knew, you two appeared before us like saviors sent by Lord Barbados himself.
Well, Paimon's not sure how much Lord Barbados would know about taking care of cats. But that aside, we've never even worked at a shelter before, but somehow we've been turned into the saviors of the entire operation.
By the way, when I do 4.6, I have to figure out how, because those are 2 story quests I'm going to end up doing. Which, yes, they're story quests. The new sign-up, there's going to be a new sign-up one, which is surprising. And there's going to be one for the new character, the Knave, which unlocks a weekly boss. So, if I'm right, those are 2 story quests, so I may go back and do some more. Besides the event. If I, feel like it. Might go, since Sinnoh's taking place back in the desert, I might go back. Also, they're adding a new area, finally. I might go back and do Dea's. I might go back and do, Nervalette's, or Isley's, Navia's, especially those 3. Anyone else? I'll look once I'm done here. It's perfect timing, though, no? You were just talking about playing with cats.
Well, that's true. Even if Paimon has no experience working at a shelter, she's confident she can get on their good side just fine. Like, that's all we need to do here, right? We just need to show Valerina and Rosaria how to get friendly with the cats, and everything else should fall into line.
Feel free to focus your efforts on Valerina. Just call me if any of the cats need medical attention. If you all can keep the shelter running with minimal effort on my part, this errand might turn out to be a good use of my time after all. It's better than church activities in any case.
Ah, so that's why you agreed to help. You just wanted to shirk your church duties.
Welcome, new viewers.
Well, I guess I should show you around first. Follow me, you two. Let's make our way to the Furball Fortress.
Currently doing the cat event.
Haven't you heard? There's a...
me see here. Yeah. I have a lot to do. So yeah, for the people that just tuned in, I am doing the cat event that is wrapping up 4.6 or 4.5. Wait. So I'm doing this. It's going to be short, but in 4.6 I plan on doing a lot of stuff in 4.6. At least 2 story quests that I know of. I'm doing Sinos and the Knaves. Besides that, I have no idea. Or besides that, in the event of 4.6, I don't know what else I'll cover. Besides maybe going back and doing other story quests that I haven't done yet. But yeah, main thing today is the cat event. I've been doing events mainly and some story quests on Genshin since I started doing Genshin streams. I don't do Archon quests on stream because I've started so late on streaming this game that I've done most of them already. Pretty much I'm caught up right now, so. And yeah. So I mainly do the events for people that end up missing them. So people can at least use my streams to go back and see what they missed. And I do story quests because some of them are entertaining. Like Yelan's was interesting. I really liked Nahida's, and I really liked Farina's. But yeah, that's the main thing.
The wind knows me.
Anyway, let's continue. If you like what you see here, feel free to follow.
Oh, it's just a regular house. Gotta say, Paimon was expecting something a little bigger with Fortress in the name and everything.
I just remembered something. This has no combat in it. I forgot about that. This has literally no combat in it, and there's only a week left in the version. So, I think. So, depending on how long this is, I may do some, like a side quest or something. Which has been one I've been forgetting to do for a very long time.
This was the biggest space I could find in the city over the past few weeks. The rent is cheap, so that's a plus. A half a year's worth of rent, along with all the Cat's Tail-inspired furnishings, only cost me a few million mora. Of course, not all of the cats will be staying indefinitely. We plan to offer some of the healthy ones up for adoption. As long as the new future owners prove capable and the cat seems like a good fit, they're welcome to take their new pet back to a loving home. This location is definitely good enough. We could even expand the business one day and start sheltering stray dogs, foxes, or even squirrels. When that day comes, though, I'll probably have to think of a different name. Maybe the Furball and Friends Fortress would be a better fit.
I would suggest letting all of this play out first. You still don't know if the customers will even get along with the strays.
Huh? Look over there! That cat is staring at us.
Oh, it's the little white cat. She's super afraid of people. She ran away when we tried to give her a bath. It took us forever to track her down again.
She looks so soft and clean, and her fur is so white and fluffy, just like fresh fallen snow. Wait, that's perfect! We should call her Snowball!
Tofu will also be a good fit. Pudding isn't a bad choice either.
Ooh, those are some good names, Traveler, but Paimon thinks she likes Snowball best. Here, kitty, kitty. That's it, Snowball. Good kitty. That's a good kitty.
It's been, what, a minute? And you already got the cat to listen to you. Did you see that, Miss Rosaria? She's practically a miracle worker. You really are a cat whisperer.
That was nothing. They may be strays, but as long as you give them a good name and call them with love, you're sure to gain their trust eventually. First things first, though, you gotta pay attention to the way you interact with them. How should Paimon put it? Basically, it all comes down to your demeanor. For example, you can't just stand there trembling in fear, Ballerina. If you're afraid, the cats are sure to become afraid as well. As for you, Rosaria, you might want to keep an eye on your, facial expressions.
These poor creatures, picked up off the streets, given a name, and they now have a loving home. Fate is kind to even the lost souls who have wandered astray. This city really has brought peace and happiness to us all.
Hey, Snowball is snuggling up to Rosaria. Looks like she's not afraid of her anymore.
Did Rosaria just smile?
I think I missed the smile there. Also, I have if you didn't hear, I have a theory for... There's no Archon quest next version. So my theory is that in 4.7 or 4.8, we're going to get a We Will Meet Again type of scenario where it'll be a Dane Archon quest, and it's going to lead into 5.0. Of course, that being Natlin. Also, for 2 games now, they've introduced a Raiden-like character in the 3rd location. This game is Raiden Shogun in Inazuma, and in Honkai Star Rail, which I've been playing, and I have Acheron. Acheron was added in Penacony, and that's like technically the 3rd location. Not counting the station, because technically the Laofu's the 3rd location, but Penacony's the real 3rd planet. So I do have Acheron and Interlight Cone, which one day when I will show all this off, all the stuff I have in Honkai Star Rail off, one day, as like a side stream, if I just feel like doing it. Anyway, I saw it too. We should pretend we didn't see anything.
No matter. There are more important things to focus on. Anyway, it's getting a bit stuffy in here. I'm going to go get some air. Call me if you need me.
Was she embarrassed?
Huh. Paimon thought Rosaria would be happier about that.
Please, teach me more of your ways, Honorary Knight. And you too, oh great cat whisperer. We're sure to get more and more strays coming to the Furball Fortress, and I doubt all of them will be as friendly as Snowball. There's still so much I don't know about interacting with them.
No problem. Just watch and learn. It's about time we move on to a more advanced lesson. How to get the cats not to just trust you, but to like you. It's all about patience. As long as you put in the effort to get to know them, you'll become best friends in no time.
I completely understand. The Furball Fortress is still in its trial phase, so the more I can learn at this stage, the better.
By the way, if you guys have any advice for me on anything, feel free to chat about it. My chat is open to anyone. Okay. Hmm. I wonder if there's only set ones you can do, or can you mix and match? I mean, look at that first one again. Tail, back, paws, chest, face, and both ears. Both paws. I have a cat, so this is actually really cute. Ooh, I don't like the tail. Or the ear. Didn't like that. What do you want me to do? You like one ear, but you don't like the other. Interesting. There we go. That's all you need to do. Mona! I'll interact with everyone after I get done here. I hope you can mix and match. I'm gonna try to. Didn't like that paw. Didn't like the paws. Oh, you're back. Tail? Nope. There we go. Amber. They all have interactions, but they're not voiced, so that's why I'll do them at the end. Fraser, which is very surprising. There's also one hidden interaction, but that's it. There's no other... There's only one hidden location thing, but other than that, there's not really any. This is like setting up your teapot. Technically, if you think about it, this is kind of like setting up your teapot rooms. Oh, you don't like the paw. Okay, you don't like the face. There we go. Official. Might as well interact with everyone now. Hey, Rosaria. It's alright. Boring and interesting are relative. I don't anticipate any major instances. I should turn that off. There are some differences. Some of these cats are very clever and they understand me just fine. I find interacting with them interesting enough. And even though Ballerina is quite similar to Victoria in the way she finds things for me to do, they do have very different way of doing things. It's a fresh experience, I suppose, and that in itself is new and not a bad feeling. Thank you, I hope things stay that way. Mona. Greet each other. Is this really how cats greet each other? I wonder if my pronunciation's on point. Looks like Snowball didn't understand even a whisker. Mona, are you trying to speak cat? Try roaring at it. That is not how you pronounce it. Hey, tigers sound... war... Jesus. War sounds more like tigers or lions. That's a good way to frighten a kitty and turn it into a scaredy cat. Silver, Paimon! So the rumors are true, you really are working at the Furball Fortress. Working probably isn't the right word, we're helping Valerina and Rosaria out. So we're more like consultants? Yeah, that's it, being a consultant sounds really impressive. By the way, great astronomer, or astrologer, Mona, are you looking to adopt a cat to assist you in your astronomical observations? Based on my understanding of astrology, it shouldn't be too hard to teach a cat to read various aspects of the stars. I might even teach one to help me write manuscripts. On second thought, maybe not. One can only read stars, but is ill-versed at stringing words together would not suffice to convey my illuminating insights. If I really needed an assistant, it would be better just to take a trip to Fontaine and recruit some staff member from the Steambird or find a mid-limousine that can use a typewriter and bring them back to Mondstadt. Were I to really adopt a cat, at most it would be to play with it a bit, to relax and relieve the stress from the exhaustion of academic inquiry. One mustn't be a bad owner. When you get tired, it would be best if the cat is tired enough for a cat nap as well. Before I set foot in here, I never imagined hanging out with cats would be such a joy. How wonderful life would be if we could always be happy like this. Looks like you're going to be a really considerate owner. Guess this cat's gonna be in fine hands. But I've also heard that some cats are quite rambunctious. Always jumping around, biting and clawing the furniture. Imagine my manuscripts or astrology tomes ruined by feline canines. That'd be troublesome indeed. Again, a stack out of precious books, Paimon can barely imagine something so terrifying. Snowball looks quite well behaved, but seems not to comprehend my meaning. Perhaps we lack that special connection. So I like to observe a bit more, keep an eye out for obedient cats. Oh, and I must calculate the cost of a cat bed, cat food, and other expenses. Not too luxurious, but not so shabby. Wouldn't do to submit the cat to hardship. It's okay, take your time. There's many more furry felines in this fortress. Yeah, Valerina said that she'll adopt even more strays in the future, so even if no cats catch your eye today, you can always come back often to play and have a look. Okay, knowing how long those are, I'm probably not going to read them all. Probably just certain lines. Amber. Both Bunny and Amber have a point. So that's it. Reach an understanding. I was just thinking about going to look for you. I already heard about how you're helping Valerina with Furball Fortress. The second you're back in Mondstadt, you're already being such a huge help. I, the honorary knight, will fulfill my mission, no matter its nature. The defense of the cats in Mondstadt is one of my many responsibilities. About the weather, or whether or not it would rain. Lisa said something about that. According to a book she read, cats are very sensitive to humidity and doesn't like the feeling of being wet. So if they notice a sudden increase in humidity, they'll start nervously pawing their faces and licking their fur. Once a cat does something like that, it's a sign that a large rainstorm is likely on its way. I don't know if that's true, and I haven't noticed that with my cat at all. Pay more attention to cats during our travels. I'm supposed to have to pay more attention going forwards. Since when haven't I paid close attention to cute kitties? It's you, me, I'm talking. Talking Razor. I'm the talk. Are you talking to Dustball? Seems like Dustball is trying to say that's right. A familiar scent looking for friends. Is good, happy. I swear he when Todd Peppercorn actually talks for him. Basically, when he actually has an actual voice line, his words are more coherent and like make more sense. But I swear, when it's just subtitles, it's more broken. Friends followed the scent. You came too, happy. On your body, the smell of wine or wind and rain, very familiar. The scent of cats, also familiar. Paimon, very sweet scent, smell good. I gave you half of my portion, remember? No sweat, you can still eat triple what you ate before. Thank you. I wonder what he was doing that he couldn't appear next to Goro and Kirara. This boy has brought me a lot of nuts and meat boxes. I am very full. It's funny because he's like supposed to be like a wolf. Oh god, this is one of the reasons I'm not reading everything, because the way Fischl talks, I cannot. Also, I've started Honkai Impact 3rd. Honestly, I know there was a crossover, but I don't know if Fischl's from Honkai Impact, because if she is, that's crazy to think of how the hell did she get here? Because, they had... What's her name? Can't think of her name, even though I have her. The lightning sword chick. I can't think of her name right now. But, I'll pull her up after I do this. So this is the rumored sacred land that people name the Furball Fortress, and yet is furbished in such a rustic manner, shabby, one might even call it. Surely a few swing in from the vines of purple agate grapes might be built, pure silver lamps mounted with candles made of abyssal sea salt, and all the better to light cat-fitting platters with motifs of night-born stars. And yes, statues forged in the image of cat familiars by melting the herbal... I can't read half the shit she says. Of lost dynasties, and adoring them with strange pearls and dewdrops from the depths of... Don't know what that... Also, I wonder if half the places she mentions are, like... If half the places she mentions are referred back to Honkai Impact. Also, I don't know how to get... Let me think. Also, the fact that her bow is tied to an event, her like signature bow is tied to an event. Hopefully they bring those event tied weapons back, because one, her bow is one of them, and it's her bow in Honkai Impact. And also Albedo's sword. Adorning them with strange pearls and dewdrops. Surely this would make for an edible choice. You surely must agree, do you not, dear familiar? Yet declare your name to your princessin. Think on that, then, and know that it shall be your utmost honor to be known to her. Dopey. His name is Dopey, esteemed princessin. Dopey isn't the brightest and can't really understand or appreciate your exquisite choice of words. Please show him clemency, princessin. Hey, wait, no, that's not right. Why does Paimon get like this whenever she sees Fischl? Hello, Sasha. This is Genshin Impact. This game has been out since like 2020, I think. This is made by Hoyoverse, who have done Honkai Star Rail and Honkai Impact. And the upcoming game, Zenless Zone Zero. Say that 3 times fast. Okay, so sure, I'll tell you a bit. So far, all the games that Hoyo has come out with, these are gacha games, technically. You don't have to spend money if you don't want to. Because the characters do rerun and come back every so often, so even if you miss them one time, you can get them later. And plus, the free characters that you do get, you can run them through the whole game. You don't have to have the limited characters to beat the game. Plus, it's ongoing. We're now in 4.5, and 4.6 is coming up. And every version, stuff gets added. Whether it's new characters, new locations, events and stuff like that. Sadly, the events don't last long. Or they don't last. Like, they'll eventually... You'll miss them if you don't play them. But that's not a deal breaker. Some of them don't really matter. Main thing is, this is a open world. If you ever seen Zelda Breath of the Wild, that type of open world. And you can pick between male and female with main character. This is like an action type game, by the way, too. Action, exploring, stuff like that. And then Honkai Star Rail is a turn-based RPG type game. Made by the same people. All their games are free to play, by the way. It's available on PlayStation, PC, mobile, and I think that's it. And thank you for saying that. I stream this game, not regularly, but I stream this game to do the events and to do character stories. I do like the main story off stream. But we're right now in 4.5, and the latest region that was added is Fontaine. And each region is based on an element. The current regions in the game is Mondstadt, I'll see. Maybe. It's just that I don't do that often because I can't afford anything at the moment. And not that I'm like broke or anything, but like usually all that stuff is expensive. Good. I'm gonna read what's on the screen real fast. Nothing wrong with that. Let me give it a whirl too. I, the great cat conjurer, Sincerely pay my humble respects. Again, Sasha, I may check out your stuff, but I don't think I'll be asking for anything at the moment because, like I said, stuff like that's expensive, and right now, I do not have the money for that. If that's what you're asking. But I do appreciate you following and checking out my stream. I don't have a set schedule of when I stream, but I do try to stream as whenever I feel like it. Whenever I feel like it. Plus, when there's stuff going on that I feel like I want to show off, like this. I do multiple games as well. I don't just do Genshin and Destiny. I do I started a Miles Morales playthrough recently, which I'll get back to soon. As I anticipated, Cat Conjurer's... Oh god, her way of speaking, though. Thou hath once more been brought before our august person by the weavings of the threads of fate. 'Tis a most pleasing reunion. I swear, the way she speaks is like a front. Because I think she talks normally, but she has this like front going on where she talks like this. I don't know if she's like this in Honkai Impact, because I haven't gone to where she appears yet, if she appears in the main story. But yeah. What a title. Looks like Fischl heard about us from Valerina. By your counsel, much thought have I given of late within, I don't know that word, to realize intricacies obtained from prior experiences and... Wait, what? I do have a Discord. I don't have it linked to my Twitch yet. I don't know if I have it linked on my Twitter either. But you know what? That's a better idea. If you have Twitter, I don't know if I have a link, but I have the same name on Twitter. If you can find me on I don't know if I have a link in the description of my streams, but if there is one, or not a link, but if my name's there, go to there. Go to my Twitter. That'll be easier. Or X, or whatever it's called now. I have decided to select the most insensible of cat familiars to accompany my unit person on my scoundrels. You mean adventures? So you were planning on taking care of a cat, Fischl. Well, understandable, most people want to have their own after seeing just how adorable they are. But Fischl, don't you already have Oz? And the two of you tend to move really fast. Can a cat keep up? Or are you gonna have to Oz fly while carrying the cat? I do have that, but it's not really for that reason. I don't use it that much. I, the princess, and I can't say that, often traverse 3,000 universes. Do you, though? Though such a journey may not be long, having more suitable companions and gaining insight into things easily overlooked naturally wouldn't hurt. Oz also would like to have a cat familiar to play, to join forces with, to guarantee that my mood shall shine bright as moonlight every second of the day, of every day. Would Oz, a bird, by the way, get along with a cat, though? Also, Oz knows the actual side of her, so. Yet, 'tis a shame that though Oz went to great pains to don a form that sets most at ease, he could not diminish his majesty fully. It could not approach the cat familiars. What, because they kept trying to jump him? Whenever dear Oz gets within 5 paces of a cat familiar, their fur shall inadvertently stand on it. Oh, and inflate like a floaty moon. Any closer, and terror overtakes them, and they... Right, because he's pure... Okay, so she has a vision. I wonder if I can see it. Where is it? There it is. I don't know. I wonder... If I can get Fischl, I'll see if she has the vision in that game, because I'll be surprised if she does. But Oz is like pure electricity, pure electro. So that makes sense. If he gets close, his electricity makes hair stand up. The animal archons devoted it and loyal nuns recommend that Oz repose without, and as their advice was sound, I graciously assented. Majesty, alright, Paimon gets it. You mean that Oz's body has so much electro energy that the second he enters football fortress, all the feline fur gets fried. But if that's true, how can a cat even ever travel with you, Fischl? If there was some material into that could block the effects of electro, then we could make cat clothing out of that material, and then a cat could travel with you and Oz no problem. Give it to me first. Hey, I'm bonded with Electro right now. Those Electro slimes will be no match once I have donned this... We have war. What the hell? I had to check what Fischl looks like in Honkai Impact to see if she actually has a vision, because I am curious if she's actually originally from there or she's from Genshin. But now that Paimon thinks about it, electro power is super duper mega strong. If there was a material that could easily resist something as powerful as elements, that could be too good to be true. I mean, look at the Archons. Probably shouldn't stand around daydreaming. The naivety. Do not jump to judge a cat familiar's talents through common sense. Semantic resources of mere mortal words struggle to accurately convey the properties. Perhaps somewhere in this world there exists a cat familiar that can dive deep into the depths, endure an inferno, and ride on the wind. Such a special entity would surely have no fear of thunder or lightning. I mean, there is that talking cat in Inazuma. Which I keep forgetting about that cat. I keep forgetting about that area. Where the cat is. Even when I go to Inazuma. Let me think. I mean, there's foxes that do that. So long as I am patient in my search, I shall find it. Forsooth, even if I should seek for 10 years or 100. Don't people in Honkai Impact live a long-ass time? At least some of them. A lot die. It shall be but a fleeting instance in the... Can't say that word. Additionally, the devotion of one's development in life is as important as the nature of one is born with. I see this dopey has immense potential. Perhaps after joining my for a spell, it will become all the more familiar with the power of Electro. By happenstance, I, the President, have disentangled a million myriad affairs, thus allowing myself of time to spare. Perhaps then it shall not hurt endeavoring to stay here and familiarize myself with these cat familiars. Practically this dopey. If I want to hope you have fun in the Furball Fortress official. You can find Oz outside, by the way. This is Oz we speak up. I'm not. The being who reigns supreme over the three universes. I doubt that heavily. Surely you are not concerned for his safety? Hardly necessary, I do say. Even 100 paces, 1,000 paces, any harboring treacherous intent would be overwhelmed and overawed by the mysterious depths of its gaze and would never dare to act rashly. Now, journey through the ages is inevitable that Oz and I will sometimes act separately. When Oz is not as placed by my side, he prefers peace and quiet and will actively conceal his person rather than chat with mortals. He should be by Cider Lake right now. We can't see, resting, enjoying the breeze. Seeing Lupercal, I am happy. It sleeps outside city walls, takes me there very comfy. Has many friends, many outside city starving. Inside the city there's food, me hunting, there's food. Oh, so you already made friends with Dustball outside the city. Sounds like you do have quite a few friends out there. Then they deliver the food out of to their friends outside. Why don't those little cats just come inside the city? Surely the walls might be a little high, but there's shelter from the wind and rain and plenty to eat. They like butterflies flying high. They don't like places without wind. This ball is different, like people more. He wants to give food to friends. His friends like human food. They like human food, but don't want to live in the city. Those are some pretty fickle cats. You want to bring friends inside, you use food, bring them inside. You should make sure that the cats are fed first. Past few days brought food to friends, now they're not hungry. Thank you, Lupercole. When with you, no need to worry. Also, I'm not gonna do all the dialogue options because I feel like that would take too long. I think someone has done all the dialogue options though. Every time she says Outrider, it reminds me of the game. My gliding skills soar upward by the second. That would be ideal anyway, but what if you still want to have fun? Also, let's see, this is the quest I think I'm gonna try to do after I'm done here. And then that's it, because I think this one's connected to the, one event that happened. Usually there's a side quest that sometimes connects to the event. 8 o'clock, 12. Okay, I have to forward time more. Merchants, oh yeah, I technically should do that clothing. I forgot her name already. Chiori? I definitely need to do her story quest on stream because it does talk about Natlin. And says Naya. Well done indeed. Let's fast forward time one more time. It's a big ass cat.
The cat is hissing at me, Miss Rosaria. I'm scared.
I got the characters stay in the background.
You should probably give him some space. Get too close and all that swatting might catch you in the face.
Nice rhyme.
Oh no, seems like Valerina has run into some more cat-sized trouble.
That's a big ass cat. Looks like the shelter has a new stray. There's something almost dignified about him.
Honorary Knight, Cat Whisperer. This big cat just barged in here after Snowball. He must have spotted her when she went out for a walk and followed her all the way back here.
Easy, easy. No one's going to hurt you here. All those evil things, all those bad people who forced you to do whatever it took to survive, they can't find you here. You're safe within these walls. You're surrounded by good people now. Their constant hovering might get a little annoying, but it's all for your own good. Just relax. A life of leisure isn't a bad thing, you know. You just have to get used to it.
He understood all that?
Looks like it worked. Smart cat.
Whoa, this cat is way bigger than the others. His coloring looks like fresh squeezed Buell fruit juice. And he's wearing a scarf too. Huh? Looks like there's some sort of design on it. Oh, it's the symbol of the Knights of Avonius. He deserves a name fit for a knight then. He is pretty feisty. How about Sir Pouncelot?
That's the name.
You really do have a way with cats. He looks way more at ease now.
Paimon thinks you deserve to take the credit this time. Sir Pouncelot seemed to calm down right after everything you said to him.
You're getting much better with them, Rosaria. Hopefully you're finding this gig a bit more fun too.
It doesn't matter to me either way. Although, the fact that they're cute doesn't hurt.
Let Paimon show you how to put Sir Pouncelot completely at ease. Paimon just needs to work a bit more of her magic and he'll be as happy as can be.
Oh, right. You can add, I like how you can play with them at the thing here. Oh, this is not what I wanted. Him and Dopey get a room all to themselves. Just checking the room out. Okay, doesn't like the chest. Likes the paws though. Likes the back. He doesn't like the face. Likes the ears though. Doesn't like the tail, but that was interesting. That was a different animation that I never saw before.
Aw, that's a good kitty, Sir Pouncelot. You better be on your best behavior from now on, okay? Don't go causing trouble now. Paimon knows you're a sweet, happy little cat. You'll get along with everyone just fine.
He's so adorable. I just want to scratch his head and pinch his little cheeks.
He does have a certain endearing quality about him. When he's not causing trouble, that is. I wonder how he got that injury around his eye.
The traces of restorative potion indicate that Sir Pouncelot should be in the vicinity.
Beto.
Huh? Oh, it's the traveler Paimon and Sister Rosaria. And you must be an adventurer. I don't believe we've met. It appears Sir Pouncelot has taken quite the liking to you.
Albedo! It's been such a long time! It's super great to see you. But are you sure you're in the right place?
Yeah, I think it's been since Windbloom, which surprisingly there hasn't been a Windbloom yet this year.
I'm assuming the captain of the investigation team is here for some important reason?
Captain? He's a captain of the Knights of Favonius? An important officer just showed up without warning. And I don't even have any refreshments or snacks to offer. Please, allow me to explain, sir. I assure you, this shelter is operating under a legitimate business license. All proper procedures have been followed.
By the way, Sasha, if you're still here, again, I don't use it that often, so... And I don't use it for... I don't, use it much in general, so... I think the best way to show me what you got in terms of your art would be X/Twitter. Which, again, same, my name's the same on there. You might see two, actually. My Twitter handle is SoulCheck99, and I have an alternate one for, like, a character thing I'm doing for a wrestling league. Assuming that Albedo has arrived to investigate her business, Valerina frantically searches for the relevant documents while explaining the purpose of the shelter. Valerina appears intimidated by the identity of the visitor, unaware that the investigation team doesn't handle such inspections.
There's no need to worry. I was simply in the area helping my team address a small issue. Namely, the location of this cat right here.
Sorry about that. I held in a sneeze, and I don't know if that was heard or not.
Not too long ago, Interim Team Feline Treatment Case Number 3, Sir Pouncelot, knocked out the weapons officer who was watching over him. He then fled and disappeared into the city. We knew we had to recover him as fast as possible. The cat belongs to the investigation team, and even bears the insignia of the Knights of Favonius. If he were to wreak havoc across the city, well, that would hardly be a welcome result for any party involved.
So he actually belongs to the investigation team? That would explain the Knights of Favonius symbol.
You're saying Sir Pouncelot is capable of knocking out a knight? And what's with all those official-sounding titles you added to his name? Interim treatment case something or other? Is there something else you're not telling us?
Well, I suppose I should explain. 2 months ago, Sir Pouncelot got lost in the wild and accidentally ingested whopperflower nectar. Due to certain effects that are not entirely understood as of yet, the nectar caused him to triple in size.
Triple? Even regular-sized cats can get pretty bold when they're upset. A cat triple the size? Oh, Paimon bets even a hilly churl wouldn't be enough to scare off a cat like that.
So that's what happened. No wonder he was so anxious. For cats, or really any animal that lives in the wild, a larger size doesn't exactly confer many advantages. What it actually does is make their appearance more noticeable and their movements less nimble. Which in turn means living in perpetual danger of exposing themselves to attacks from predators. In other words, it means living in a constant state of fear.
Exactly. When Sir Pouncelot stumbled upon our encampment, he looked quite worse for wear. His entire body was riddled with scars, and he appeared exceptionally anxious.
That's awful. I guess he had a good reason for all that swatting earlier then. If all that had happened to me, I would be afraid of new people and strange animals too.
You don't need to worry too much. The problem has already been solved. I administered a restorative potion to eliminate the alchemical effects of the whopperflower nectar and help him return to a normal size.
Oh yeah, wait. Albedo wasn't even in the potion event, which was weird. I guess this is to counter that, because since he wasn't in that event, he's in this one. Also, the potion thing makes sense, considering all the potions we've made. But to be fair, he probably made something with sucrose.
Although he still might appear a bit larger than the average cat, his current size, at least, should pose no more threat to his quality of life. While in our care, various knights have been taking turns watching over him. In light of his feisty demeanor, Klee decided to call him Sir Pouncelot. We all thought it was quite fitting. We even made him that little scarf as a testament to his time among our ranks.
Also, yeah, him and Klee are technically siblings. Technically. I think he was made by Klee's mom because he is a doll of some sort. They don't really explain that in his first character story. They explain it in his second one. That was a damn event on Dragonspine that you can no longer do. That's also how you got a sword. And that's also kind of explains the star on his neck. Also, it's cool that Klee hangs out with him.
Whoa, Klee and Paimon were totally on the same wavelength with this one. We thought of the exact same name. Great minds really do think alike.
Sir Pouncelot's extreme level of anxiety and caution around people may be a result of residual trauma from the time of his transformation. You could say he was less than friendly towards the weapons and signals officers on our team. Klee wasn't around that much to entertain him either. However, it appears Sir Pouncelot has taken quite the liking to you. The knights on my team would never have imagined that he could warm up to people like this.
Well, they are our dear cat saviors after all. The famed honorary knight and Paimon the cat whisperer. No matter how feisty or frightening the cat, after a few minutes with the traveler and Paimon, they'll be as sweet as can be.
If that's the case, then I have a question for you both. Would you be willing to adopt Sir Pouncelot?
Wait, really? But doesn't he belong to your team?
Well, we did take him in, but it was simply out of necessity. We were always planning to find him a permanent home after his condition became more stable. The investigation team is no place for a pet. We are a combat unit after all. Any knight he got close to would have to go on assignment eventually. It's hardly appropriate to just leave him at camp, and bringing him on our missions would only frighten him further.
All good points. He's been through quite the ordeal already. For a creature like that, it's best to keep him away from potential triggers. That way he can slowly recover in peace.
We could set up a nice cozy little home for him in the Serenity Pot. It has everything he could want, and most importantly, no monsters.
Great, welcome to the family, Sir Pouncelot. Got a new home now, Sir Pouncelot.
Thank you so much, Albedo.
Oh, no need to thank me. If you find yourselves with some time on your hands, maybe you can bring him by the encampment sometime. I'm sure my fellow knights would love a chance to see his calmer side.
That was so touching! I can't believe I got to witness such a special moment! I do believe this counts as the Furball Fortress's first successful adoption.
Hey, my veil is not a handkerchief.
It appears you enjoy interacting with small animals, Sister Rosaria. I must admit, I find that a bit surprising.
Considering how little I've seen him interact, considering I missed the events they've both been in together at the same time, besides the story mission, or the story quest of Albedo's, Rosaria and him were on rocky terms when they first met. And then, of course, in the event that I missed, the Dragonspine one, that I know of, there was like a lot of intense shit going on with a Albedo clone that probably did not help anything. And I'm betting any event that they've been in since, they've been in like a better understanding.
Paimon can also sense that you're an animal lover, Rosaria. You definitely have a way with cats. You just haven't realized it yet. After all, it's not a side of you that comes out very often. Snowball warmed up to you right from the start, and you were the one that helped Sir Pouncelot calm down back there.
Oh, I didn't really do anything, though. I was just there.
Ah, I've got it! I've learned so many useful tips from our dear cat saviors recently. I've decided to extend the shelter's trial period for a bit in order to go over what I've learned. With some effort, I hope I can be a cat whisperer too one day. For now, though, I'll settle for cat whisperer in training. When I open for good, what do you say we run the shelter together, Miss Rosaria? With the two of us, we could rescue every stray in Mondstadt.
The sister and the whisperer working together. Almost sounds like it was meant to be.
Oh, well, this errand hasn't proved to be too troublesome. It's light on work and stress. I suppose I wouldn't be opposed to your suggestion.
I don't know much about rescuing stray animals, but this seems to be quite the milestone. Allow me to offer my congratulations. If my fellow knights run into any strays, I'll be sure to tell them to send them your way.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! I really can't thank you all enough for your support. Don't worry, there's a generous reward in store for each and every one of you. The trial phase of the Furball Fortress could not have been more successful. When we open for good, you all simply must come to the opening ceremony. We'll cut the ribbon together.
Now that's what Paimon calls a successful commission. Rewarding in more ways than one. Mora, a sense of accomplishment, and of course, our special friend Sir Pouncelot. Talk about a win-win-win. Paimon can't wait for the Furball Fortress to open for good.
Also, a neat thing about the thing I just got. Also, I understand why Albedo would not be in the building, but I kind of wish he was. I kind of wish he was in this room. Oh, whoopsie. So this thing right here, this furnishing right here, what's neat about it is if you place it in your teapot, and you have cats in your teapot, you can play with any of them, which is a really nice touch. But yeah, that is it for that event. That is it for the cat event. Since it focuses on Rosaria a bit, that's who I'm gonna, the image I'm gonna end on. But for now, I'm gonna get my commission rewards and do that TCG thing.
Add Astra. Thank you for completing.
I don't think that side quest should take too long.
Add Astra Abbott.
Oh yeah, Oz. I need to go check Oz. He should be here, by the way. He should be where the potion stand was. There he is. Also, yeah, this place is back to being a kind of a beat up place now.
Take this! Into the wind!
Have I really never beaten
Time to go.
these guys before?
A fateful offering.
Yeah, this place is back to being beat up again. It is weird to have such oopsie. It's weird to have some leisure time. Have such leisure time. I wonder if Min Fourline is also enjoying herself. Oz seems to be resting. Best not to disturb him. All the way back in Sumeru, goddamn. I feel like this is connected to a event that happened, it's just that I never did it. If it isn't, I'm just doing it because even the only reason this is longer than I said it would be is because of all the talking I did. But I might as well add a little bit more time. Yeah, I bet if I ran through this, it would probably, take me 30 minutes? Or less? Oh, that's her. Interesting. Oh, oops. The fact that she wasn't allowed to leave Inazuma. Also, that wasn't the side quest I was trying to do. It was this guy. He looks like he's from Inazuma. Is it really necessary? Is it really that long? Hmm? To Tenari and Sino. Sino sometimes goes to cafe to play cards. Find Sino. If I'm lucky enough to meet Sino at the cafe. Actually, I know Sino. We'll be able to catch Sino. Oh shit, he's here. Yep, that's Sino. Hey, Sayu. What is he even doing? Oh, of course he's contemplating TCG. This combination of cards isn't so bad. But they're not strong enough to deal with quick attacks. Where are you up to, Sino? Traveler, I didn't expect to see you here. I'm in the middle of trying to build a genius incubation deck with a relatively slow attack speed. But I'm hoping that the deck will allow the player to obtain an abundance of resources and plenty of powerful cards. But to be honest, it's hard to build a deck like that. Currently, in Genius Incubation TCG community, some players prefer to use cards with fast attack speeds. At the beginning of the game, they play a large number of cards in one go in order to swiftly defeat their opponents. But I'm no fan of this tactic. I prefer to continuously accumulate resources in different ways. Seizing every possible opportunity, building up my advantage, and eventually securing the victory. Yes, this one. Matra. I don't suppose you heard of me. I've read your novel. It's very good. I'm truly honored. In the novel, every time the protagonist is at a disadvantage, he always manages to get a card that wasn't in his deck through various means, then defeats his opponent. This left a lasting impression on me. Why does that remind me of Yu-Gi-Oh? I'm not surprised. I understand that writing novels requires taking a creative license, but this way of winning is a departure from the fundamentals mechanics of TCG. About that, well, although I do play Genius Incubation TCG a lot, I'm not really good at it, and if you write about the duels with a competitive mindset, it wouldn't make for an interesting story. Is that so? Well, as luck would have it, I've just built 2 decks of cards so we can play a few rounds of Genius Incubation Here, maybe you'll find some inspiration. Now they are about to play cards. This guy simply wants to play cards. I'm not surprised. It's frickin' Sino. Playing with you? I love to, but the truth is... I'll explain. Tell Sino about this request. You're asking me to model for the illustrations in King of Incubations? That's certainly no problem. Let me take some pictures. Why are you still facing the wall?
No one knows more than a bona fide sorcerer.
Oh shit. Okay. Let me zoom in on this shit. Oh god, I did. Whoopsie. Oh god. There you go. I'm very finicky when it comes to cameras. Can I not pose him? Okay, I guess I can't pose him. It's cool that Sino's in a side quest like this. This has been a big help. I'm sure as a Giri, I don't know if I'm saying that right, will make an excellent illustration. Thank you very much, Sino. I'll be sure to send you a copy of the novel as soon as it's published. Sino, the 2 decks you're holding are... Didn't you promise to play a few games of Genius Incubation TCG with me earlier? I'm not very good at it, and you're definitely better at it than me. I've never played before, you're better at this. I've played a lot before, and I've beaten Sino. And the matter is settled. Here, take a quick attack deck. Take this quick attack deck. I'm going to use this relatively slower deck to see how I can deal with your attacks. I'll do my best, Sino. I did not expect them to be just sitting there afterwards. Is he playing TCG too? Yep, he is. What did I get? Oh, I just got that.
When it comes to family heritage and wealth.
Side note, your playstyle is so slow and deliberate. It's just a intuitive strategy. Aw, that's all they say. That's cool though, that they actually like... I think it's part of the Card Snatcher quest that he's in, that this side quest was a part of, but I'm not entirely sure. It is neat that some events have side quests that take place after them. I don't know if these are, any of these do. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. There it is. Wow, I actually almost have her maxed. Wait, what's her voice actress? This is the next one. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. That has been the cat event in Genshin Impact. It was a nice little easy going event that surprisingly was voiced and had some characters we know involved, like Rosaria and Albedo. Nice little chill event. No fighting really. Actually no fighting at all. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the follow, Sasha, again. Hope you all enjoyed. If you want to keep up with my streams, hit that bell and or hit the follow button and the bell if you want to know when I go live. If you miss my streams, I put these on YouTube. Under that, I should have a link in the description or under my stream. If you look, and if you want to keep up when those go live, hit the bell. That will help the algorithm. Subscribe if you enjoy my content on there, and then of course follow on here if you enjoy my streams. Hope you all have a good day. I'll see you all in the next one. See you later. Bye-bye. Also gonna raid someone real fast. I'm just gonna pick a random person this time. As soon as I, okay, let's see here.